Hey friends and music makers, Mike here, and in this video you will get a quick demo and review of Evolution Atlantica by Keepforest, which is a contact sample library focused on sound effects for trailer music and cinematic hybrid scores. And it can produce massive and earth-shattering sounds like this. Alright, let's dive right into the most important thing, which I know you want to hear first, the sound. So here's a sound demo of Evolution Atlantica. So what is the main concept and top features of Evolution Atlantica? First of all, this is a sequel to the Evolution Dragon library, which is in the same category. So what is it? Well, it's basically a very niche library that's focused on helping you add and customize sound effects for epic trailer music and hybrid cinematic music. You know, those hard-hitting impacts, tension-building risers, whooshes, pulses, and of course, let's not forget the modern classic, the Brahms. So if you like these types of sounds, you might be interested in this sample library. You get a good amount of sounds to start with, but you also have this nice and simple interface to shape your sounds with. Their intention seemed to be very much focused on quick and easy adjustments. And as I tested it out, I felt that the easy interface was both a blessing and a curse. It definitely makes it fast to work with and you can shape the sounds very quickly. But sometimes I felt that I wanted a bit more control to customize sounds further, especially on the Pulse engine. So what do you actually get from Evolution Atlantica? Well, here's a list of the included sound bank from their website. I think it covers the basis for the kind of sounds you use for epic trailer and hybrid cinematic music. It's perhaps not the biggest collection of sounds, but I must say that I was really impressed with the quality of the majority of these sounds. And for me personally, quality always beats quantity. All sounds are in 24-bit and very well recorded and already processed for you, so you don't really need to do much at all with these sounds if you don't want to. In fact, one very good thing is that they have included all sounds as a bank of WAV files categorized in a folder structure. That alone is worth it for me personally, and not many developers does this. So thumbs up to Keepforest, the developer of Evolution Atlantica. Now, let's quickly go over the main parts of the user interface. So here we are in Contact and I've loaded up the Evolution Atlantica library here, and I'd simply go into Instruments, and here they have categorized the different types of sounds you can load into Evolution Atlantica. So for example, epic trailer hits, and then you see down here what keys you can play. So you can start by shaping the sound with the ADSR controllers here, the attack, decay, sustain and release. So if I want to shorten it, I can do that. And they are actually saved by key, so if I switch to another sound using another key down here, you can see that the ADSR controllers are changing. The next most important controller, to me at least, is the tune knob over here. So now it's tuned to a E note. I can tune it down to C to make it suit the track and key of my track that I'm working on. As you can see, we are in the epic trailer hits now, and if you listen to this sound, you can hear that it's kind of a whooshy sound to begin with, followed by the hit. So if you click this button, you actually exclude the whoosh part of the sound. Listen first before and after. And that can be really handy. Then if we go over to the next page called motion, you actually have several ways of adding step type motion to your sound. And it's divided into a step sequencer, a gate control, a pan control and a filter control. And then if you click on these letters here, you can either fill in a pattern yourself, or you can use the random table here to create various kinds of rhythms. And this is actually really cool, and it's different for each type of step controller. So you can click a number of times. Right, I'm not satisfied with that, so let's do something more. Then you also have another random button here, which I believe randomizes all these tables, but I'm not actually sure. So if I click that, I get a pattern. I can change the step length and the overall rhythm. Let's do 16th notes and add some glitch. There's also some effect units included in this library. So we have the distortion. You activate it with the button and then you click the name to call up the actual effect. Compression, saturation, screamer. And the final page is called modulation. So here you can modulate with LFOs for volume and LFO. And I'm in the pulse menu now for pulse sounds. And of course, the main knob in the middle, which you can kind of control with your modulation wheel, can add some really cool movement into your sound. Especially if you automate it. So that was a quick run through of the user interface. The main tab, the motion tab and the modulation tab. And you will probably use the main tab the most, at least I do, controlling the ADSR and especially this main middle knob to add some extra movement which you can automate in your sequencer, like this. So, what are my overall impression and thoughts about Evolution Atlantica? Well, if you are into trailer music and hybrid scores, then I believe you will like this library. It has a very aggressive and powerful sound, so you won't be using it for much else. I personally love the kind of music you hear in those epic trailers for movies these days, so for me this library will come to great use in my composing toolkit. Here is my final review of Evolution Atlantica. Having an arsenal of fully processed and high quality sound effects at your fingertips is very handy when you need to compose fast, which we all need to do these days. This interface is very easy and quick to use, and for rough editing and sound shaping it works fine. The fact that you get all sounds as WAV files in a categorized folder structure is amazing. My constructive feedback? I would have liked to see some more user control to customize the sounds, especially for the pulse rhythms. I really love the impacts, hits and one-shot type effects in this library, but some of the synth sounds were not that inspiring to me personally. So what is my overall impression? I think that this is a great library for epic trailer music and hybrid scores, and I will personally use it a lot. Perhaps not for a smooth R&B track, but definitely when I want to make an action movie trailer soundtrack. Alright, so what do you guys think? Are you personally interested in composing and producing trailer music and epic hybrid cinematic music? Do you already own a library like this? Or is this something you might consider adding to your composer toolkit? Let me know in a comment below. At the time of this video recording, there is also a special deal on this library. It's a bundle of both Evolution Atlantica and the prequel Evolution Dragon. So you might want to check that out if you want to get this library for your music at a nice discount. I will include links in the video description for you. And no, I'm not getting paid for it. I wish you good luck and great success on your journey in music. I'm Mike, and I'll see you in the next video. Go to my website and become a VIP. It's 100% free and you will get instant access to VIP content, special bonuses and my latest updates.